Okay, now, here lately, it seems like everywhere I look, there's some kind of a reference to New York City. People are wearing New York City clothes. Every movie I see seems to take place in New York City. Everything is New York City centric. And I really think about going sometime and be like, okay, so why not go to New York? But every time I do, I used to be one of those people who's like, I hate New York based on its reputation. First of all, when it comes to New York City's reputation, they did a series of psychological experiments where they dropped money. Yes, they dropped money on the ground, and New York City was the only place where people returned it. They were like, hey, I found $100 bill. Hey, you, buddy, you dropped $100 bill. You know what? Like I said, that's New York to me. I don't hate New York, but every time I think about it, I have to ask myself, is there anything that I don't have that I want that I would have if I went there? And is there any problem I have now that I wouldn't have if I went there? And, well, like I said, it just doesn't seem like it's worth changing. It's like I like where I'm at now. I don't like it enough to really bring it to life. I don't like it enough to really make it important. But I think trading this coffee house for that one, I can't even say five bums in a coffee house and a library anymore because, well, the bums are mostly gone. I can't even say that. But, like I said, I don't see how trading this coffee house and library for that coffee house and library is an upgrade. I think it's about the same. And it's just one of those age old, timeless things that kind of reminds me that I take myself with me everywhere I go. I don't think that, I would leave where I'm at now and suddenly, I would be social enough to get with the ladies or uh, dodge the shakedown or motivated enough to get wealthy or, it's just the way it is. It's like, so, I guess I have goals. Like, if I ever had $10,000, I'd be like, well, okay, go and spend it. Or, or something. I don't know. Like I said, I think I'm doing really well right now. I'm happy right now. I'm kind of lonely, but it's like, but I'm not, well, more and more, when I start getting hateful toward myself, I really have to just step back and say, don't do that, buddy. You know? Or like if I have a fortune, I'm asking people for money anyway instead of just spending my fortune on what I want. I hold it against myself, but then I have to say, well, if you're paying to a charity or a cause instead of an individual, a lot of the time you're paying for somebody to have a living and a savings and all the shit that I'm collecting directly to have. So, I think morally, if it's my own accusation saying, well, shouldn't ask for them for shit because I already have it, then I need to knock it off. You know? It's like there's a lot of things I like and a lot of things I want, and I'm trying to, well, when I say move forward, I guess that's not quite right, but I went to the church service today and I had a great time. Some chick gave me $3 and I had a few cups of coffee. Everything was okay. And last night, as I stood with my sign, some guy gave me a backpack. And I was thinking to myself, I really shouldn't have taken this backpack. I have no need for it. Because I had my Red Cross bag tethered to the back. But then I got to thinking, it's like, this is a slightly larger bag. And I'm having trouble fitting all of my sweatsuits and all the crap I just bought into it, into the Red Cross bag, so why not tether this one the same way? And, well, so I cut off the darn Red Cross bag and did exactly that, and I have to say I am very pleased with the results. Now, tonight, I might watch the movie The Wildlife in 3D. It looks really stupid, and, well, the truth is, I'm getting kind of sick of movies, but maybe not. I think I've been watching Vintage Space, the YouTube channel, and that chick is smoking hot. It's like, damn. I sure wish I could run into a speech-making chick in real life. When I say speech-making, I mean just someone who will talk to me. Seems like the supposed fair sex is silent and lacks autonomy. It's like, whoa, that sucks. You know, well, I don't know. Like I said, I need to put the past away, because all of this judgment I have against myself, it's not even, like the internet bullshit. It's all, thinking about times when I should have gotten rewarded and got. Speaking of which, you know what? That is another important indication of just how good things are going and why I should be happy. Is, like I said, when I got that $2 bills, it's like, that's still, I haven't turned them into the lucky symbols and given them to someone else, but, well, like I said, I guess that's something I've been thinking about a lot. Like, that's super lucky. And you know what? I'm going to put 2 different symbols in 2 different languages on each of these $2 bills. And then maybe, maybe whoever finds them will be super happy. I guess you could also say I was supposed to go to the gym earlier, but I really didn't. And I should stand around with a sign and collect $1, but I haven't gotten at that yet either. I just don't know. I want. I felt kind of melancholy today. Old John Fleming is not answering his phone. Like, I don't even know why he bothered to call me. It's like, it seems like I was telling him I was in the gym doing, 130 push-ups, which I did yesterday. And then he's like, sends me a damn text for a movie. And it's like, oh, this movie is fucking awesome. What with the Iron Monkey? And it's like, well, shit, dude. You ought to make a comment and be like, well, hey, not bad. Doing 100 push-ups or something. I don't know. Like I said, I don't even know what I want. I'll tell you what I do want is to find a woman that I can connect with and really just relate to and be happy and think about the things that make me happy instead of being all miserable. I thought Mechanic Resurrection was kind of neat. It was like a video game movie of Splinter Cell with, like an older but still attractive MILF Jessica Alba. And, it's like Jason Statham wearing a wetsuit and looking like Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell.